In this video, we are going to learn about the analysis methodology for big data. We will describe some of the popular programming models and the analysis philosophy. Those have been proposed in the last few years. Before going to any analysis, we should remember computer scientist Jim Gray, who is the father of modern data science, or you can say the father of the big data analysis. He was the first one who proposed the philosophy that in order to do the big data analysis, you have to move the computation towards the data instead of moving the data towards computation. The fact is very simple. Just consider the following scenario. Let's say you have a desktop where you have stored 3 terabytes of data, and then you have a laptop where you have written a very nice 3 kilobytes of code to analyze this data. Now, what is the best way to analyze that data given you have a flash drive? What do you want to do? Do you want to transfer these 3 terabytes of data, means copy these 3 terabytes of data into flash drive, then again copy these 3 terabytes of data from the flash drive to this laptop? Or you want to follow the second way, like just copy the 3 kilobytes of code into your flash drive and transfer that code from flash drive to your desktop and then analyze the data. So that means you are keeping this entire big 3 terabytes of data in your desktop and you are just moving the small piece of code from your laptop to desktop. So Jim Gray actually proposed this thing for big data analysis. Now, what is the implication of this philosophy in big data analysis? The implication is huge. Now, whenever we are talking about big data, then we, instead of talking about only one desktop and one laptop, we are talking about an entire computing cluster, where each of these horizontal slots that you can see in the picture depicts a computer, a machine where data have been stored. Now, instead of 3 terabytes in our previous example, the amount can be 300 terabytes or 400 terabytes, something like that. Now think of transferring that 300 terabytes of data across this cluster. How tedious that will be, how complicated that will be, and how much time consuming can that be. Rather, the better way out is to write a very nice piece of code, a small code, which can be measured kilobytes range or maximum megabytes range, and then transfer that code into all these different machines to analyze this data. So that is the implication of the moving computation towards the data philosophy in the context of big data analysis. Now, implementing this philosophy in the context of big data comes with lots of complication. For example, when you want to implement it in real world, you have to take care of complex network issues, or accessibility to all these computers have some complication. Then synchronizing all the computation together to do some kind of to solve a big problem, that is again complicated. So in order to deal with that, there are several programming models have been proposed, keeping the basic philosophy intact. Now, in the next few videos, we are going to learn about those programming models.